So today we have absolutely two powerhouses from the MCU going head to head. Cull Obsidian versus Abomination. Who wins? Let's find out. So, after Thanos wiped out half of his planet, Cull Obsidian joined Thanos in his quest to gain the Infinity Stones and was the physically most powerful of Thanos' children. He was strong enough to overpower Iron Man, even send him absolutely flying several blocks through a building, use half a taxi as a weapon, casually throw Spider-Man, restrain Korg, and match strength with the Hulkbuster armor, even ripping its arm off. He was durable enough to withstand a powerful repulsor blast from Iron Man, getting his hand cut off, blows from the Hulkbuster armor, a direct hit to the face from Mjolnir, and was unfazed by Iron Man's repulsor blast and several stabs from Drax. He also has a regenerative healing factor as he regrew his hand. And despite his large bulky size, he is very fluid and agile in his movements. He's also a master combatant. Before joining Thanos, he was a savage and fierce warrior. He also knows how to use his massive size and strength in combination with his skill to great effect, as he was slowly overpowering and besting Banner in the Hulkbuster armor. He also has his War Chain Hammer that he was very skilled with. He was using it effectively against Iron Man and Spider-Man at the same time, and against the Hulkbuster armor as well. But in the other corner, MCU's Abomination. Emil Blonsky is a former Special Ops Commando tasked with bringing in Bruce Banner. He was injected with a replicated variant of the Super Soldier Serum and was later transfused with Banner's gamma-irradiated blood, transforming him into an abomination, hence that name. He's strong enough to overpower and physically restrain Hulk, Ragdoll Hulk, kick Hulk through a building, and easily hurl and destroy cars. He's durable enough to the point he only smiled after point-blank explosions and massive hits from Hulk, and he only passed out after being severely choked out and mauled by Hulk, and with a chain. And despite his great size, he's very fast and agile. He was seen running at great speeds, and he even caught a missile coming at him from behind. He also has retractable bone shards in his elbows and knows how to use them in combat. They easily pierce through Hulk's flesh and cause Hulk to yell out in extreme pain. And finally, unlike Hulk at the time, Blonsky retains his personality and experience, making Abomination an expert combatant, strategist, and tactician as well. So, who's stronger? Well, Cull Obsidian was able to send Iron Man absolutely flying several blocks and through a building, overpower Iron Man, easily throw Spider-Man, slowly overpower the Hulkbuster armor, even easily ripping its arm off, physically restrain Korg, and it's presumed that he could have taken on the Hulk. But Abomination could casually hurl and destroy cars, overpower and physically restrain Hulk with relative ease, send Hulk flying with a kick through a building, easily crush a missile with one hand, and easily ragdoll Hulk. So it's really hard to determine who's stronger here. On one hand, Cull Obsidian never fought Hulk, while Abomination was overpowering a weaker version of Hulk. I say Hulk was weaker then because he was. He's gotten stronger over the last decade or so. Like, he went from being overpowered by Abomination in 2008, to taking down a Leviathan with one punch in 2012, to staggering Surtur with a punch in 2017. See what I mean? So with strength, I'd say they're fairly even. Now, durability. Cull Obsidian withstood a massive repulsor blast from Iron Man, a direct hit to the face from Mjolnir, combined attacks from Iron Man and Spider-Man, and attacks from the Hulkbuster armor, all of which he easily kept on fighting from. He even had a regenerative healing factor as he regenerated his hand after it was cut off. But Abomination was bulletproof even to a turret, was unfazed by point-blank explosions, unfazed by a helicopter crashing and exploding, only smiled after massive blows from the Hulk, and he only passed out after Hulk literally mauled and severely choked him out with a chain. Cull Obsidian takes this slight advantage because of his healing factor, but I believe they could replicate each other's feats. And now, speed. Abomination could run at crazy speeds, quickly scale up buildings, and he even caught a missile that was shot at him from behind. But Cull Obsidian was able to fight against Iron Man and Spider-Man, who are faster than him. I'd say they're fairly equal here, but Cull Obsidian is more fluid in his movements. So, physically, they're pretty even, with Cull Obsidian taking a very slight advantage. Now, neither of them are just two mindless brutes. Both are actually skilled combatants. Since Blonsky was a special ops commando, he had years of military-like training and experience, making him a skilled fighter. And since he retains this skill and experience as the Abomination is a skilled combatant and fighter as well. He even showed skill in using a chain as a blunt weapon. But Cull Obsidian was a savage and fierce warrior who killed for pleasure even before joining Thanos and his cause. He also has his war chain hammer, and he really showed his skill when fighting the Hulkbuster armor, slowly overpowering it. This leads me to my last point of the video. So, Abomination clearly overpowered and nearly beat a weaker version of the Hulk. Cull Obsidian nearly beat the Hulkbuster armor, an armor that beat a more powerful, brainwashed, and enraged Hulk. Here's something I haven't mentioned yet. Tony Stark wasn't controlling the Hulkbuster armor in Wakanda. Bruce Banner was. A man with zero experience in using one of these suits and was still trying to get the hang of it during the fight, and he still ended up winning. So, who wins this fight? Well, despite him losing to the Hulkbuster armor in Wakanda while Banner was controlling it, I say Cull Obsidian wins this fight. Yes, he may have lost in Wakanda, but he was fighting an upgraded Hulkbuster armor from the one that beat Hulk in Age of Ultron. And Cull Obsidian had it on the ropes for most of the fight. This means he could put up a great fight or possibly even beat a more powerful Hulk than the one Abomination lost to back in 2008. It'd be a great destructive fight that I would like to see, honestly, really would. Actually, I would like to see Abomination come back to the MCU, period, but that doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Cull Obsidian wins. Like and subscribe, please leave a comment down below and hit the notification bell if you did enjoy and all that great stuff. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.